There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me
Ага,
in
бабулю
Horntail
все-таки
Hall, and
украли.
they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
А почему мой персонаж стоит и улыбается, блядь, при этом? Ему нравится, когда бабушек обносят в их же домах, когда, блядь, воруют бабуль бедных, пожилых. Сожалею, Поппи.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Ага. Что-то мне подсказывает, что такое снижит. А, ну снижит это то, что было до сничей. Мы же в тесте это узнали. Что-то мне подсказывает, что ты хочешь отыскать это существо.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs, they'd want the Snidgets
Здорово, Борин, здорово,
protected
спасибо
at
за
all
3-й
costs.
месяц. Спасибо. Но кентавры весьма недружелюбные. Пойдем с ними побазарим, наверное.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
Нам реально нужны союзники. Я владею могущественными заклинаниями. Я могу и один пойти спасти бабулю, если что.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village.
Блин, у меня такое ощущение, что она сейчас пойдет куда-то превратиться в эту козочку, и ее поймают тоже либо браконьеры, либо кто еще. Где их искать?
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Окей. Что у них можно выведать?
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
Здорово,
I knew
Йоко.
I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Так, ну пойдем поболтаем с этими мужичками. Основа для шантажа.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Что ты наделала?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about
Миссис
Theophilus
Рейп ее
Harlow.
зовут.
I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Зачем Харлу похищать вашего супруга вместо вас?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Вы сообщили Харлоу что-то о Гринготсе?
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Но в конце сюжетки, я так понимаю, можно будет сразиться наконец-то с этим Харлоу. Это будет как главный босс, наверное, сюжетки вот этой угандийской девочки.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Что такое?
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
Если бы она превращалась в ежа, но ей надо тогда в ехидну превращаться, или кто там Наклз.
Discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop.
Сами знаете кто.
I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
По-моему, Дади
What does he
Гомес.
ask you
Ну
to
так,
do?
типа
It all
плюс-минус, скажем
happened
так.
so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive
С
scarf
разбросом,
from the
может быть,
counter,
в 2 левела,
pocketed
в
it,
2-3
and
левела
smiled.
где-то.
He said, your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often. I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Поняли тебя, мужик. Спасибо, что рассказали.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Блин, зачем кого-то сажать в Азкабан, если можно его просто отпиздить? Чуть какие-то свидетельства собирать, в Азкабан сажать. Зачем? Можно просто захуярить его.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Напрасно вы промолчали.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
Так, ну окей. Ни хрена, вы вообще видали это? What the fuck?
As you already know.
Это что, барашек призрак?
Now to find Natty.
Тайное убежище банды Пепламбы. Опа-на, нифига себе. Прямо под кабаней головой. Только ученик Хогвартса способен на такую глупость, как явиться в одиночку. Посмотрим, как вы заговорите через 5 минут.
The Hamlets don't stand a chance against us.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work for him? Straying from your instructions. Don't...
Hello? Come! Think you can sneak away under my own eyes?
Так, я кого-то ваншотнул из ключевых противников, походу.
So close!
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Ontario. Quite conductive, aren't we?
No one takes...
That's the beginning.
Теперь ты мой. Так, надо вот собрать сгусточки здесь.
This has become personal.
Bombarda, defender. What have you done? Oh, this is Accio.
Блин, какие же противники, которые на несколько левелов выше тебя, насколько же они становятся непробиваемые, черт побери. Вот эта вот механика с разницей в уровнях довольно бесячая.
What are your thoughts on electricity? Accio, incendio. Expulsion! Quite conductive, aren't we?
Ты мил мне словно Авгуречь, я песнь предвестницы дождя. Я с каждым днем люблю сильней, пленил ты верностью меня. На своем сердце чары чую, оков прошу я, не снимай. Ведь в нашу встречу роковую я навсегда попала в рай. Дульчебелла Фильберт, ничего себе стишочки. Ну что ты думала, я тебя брошу, подруга моя? Иска Ботвинс.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Так,
Your
ищем
friend
палочку.
Rexy was not-
Revelio.
Так.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being
Бомбарда
broken.
Максима, Костой. И чё? Даже не страшно? Не, Аваду еще не получили. Непонятно, где вот ее получать, но, скорее всего, также у
My
Себастьяна.
pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery.
Авада — это,
I
наверное,
may be
единственное,
too
что мы
weak
не
to
получили
separate with you
еще.
both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once.
Once and навсегда.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe, to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I
Минус
appreciate
50
what
очков
you're trying to
Слизерину
do,
и
but you are
Гриффиндору.
taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Так власти нихуя не делали, блядь. От властей толку мало.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based
Так
on
мы
a
так и
few
сделали и получили
accusations.
доказательства.
I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on
Мне
this.
кажется, она подкуплена этой бандой просто.
Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Is this where we're meeting the Centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
На меня в Слизерин отправила шляпу сама по себе. Так что... Походу, мое место... Я принадлежу Слизерину, получается. Мое место истинно здесь. Они поймут, я думаю, что мы здесь в лесу
Once we tell them
находимся.
about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Кентавры известны своей мудростью. Так ли это? Они известны своей мудростью?
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to
Так,
hide.
девочка.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack.
Что за секрет у тебя?
It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall. Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the Centaurs won't know.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
А, она даже не договорила. Опа-на.
What do you think you're doing here?
Едрить гачи, братва.
We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah, I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Блять.
Leave them be, Alec.
Чё-то кентавры мудростью не славятся, походу.
It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Он его авторитетом попустил.
If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Задавил омешку.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means yet. Please help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Окей. Единственный разумный кентавр, походу.
So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Я ему доверяю, кентавры многое знают.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him. What with his being a centaur.
Ну, он типа кентавр. Ему виднее, он кентавр.
What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
Чтобы тебя спасти, глупыха.
But if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
Если там будет Оминис, все придут. Погодите, что она типа втюрилась в этого Оминиса, блядь? Да мы его в жертву хотим принести, если честно.
Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
Чё за на? Мы тут с Себастьяном жопу рвем, чтобы спасти тебя.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Sebastian.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must.
Ой,
we need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
Мы справимся.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out
Просто
how to make
приведем
a
Анну в
dark
катакомбы,
sacrifice.
а потом принесем кого-нибудь в жертву. Что может пойти не так?
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, we could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Твой дядя может доложить в министерство?
Do you think your uncle would tell anyone at the ministry about all of this if he found out?
If he found out, I doubt he'd go to the ministry. He didn't part ways with them well, from what I understand. He won't say, but I believe his strong aversion to dark magic has something to do with his time there. Anne thinks he once decided to fight fire with fire, so to speak, and resorted to using an unforgivable curse and fight against dark wizards. At least that's what she thought she heard. When he realized what his job had led him to become, he left rather abruptly. So, I'm not sure he'd go to the ministry to report on his own family using dark magic now.
Okay.
Good luck with Ominous. Until we meet again.
I shall let you know when the four of us should meet at the catacomb. Look for my owl.
Блин, что-то у меня такое предчувствие, что нам придется просто выбирать между тем, кого принести в жертву. Либо самого Себастьяна, либо Оминиса, либо, может быть, вообще сестра умрет, там, хз. Что-то все к этому как будто бы сводится. Ты хотел со мной поговорить?
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
Загон для разведения существ? Окей.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deek suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds.
А у нас, по-моему, есть там два фестрала, правда, я не помню, девочка и мальчик или девочка и девочка.
And gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
Пойдем сгоняем, купим.
I've rescued the thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deek when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Не, а воду еще не открыли. Третья локация для пусик открылась, да?
Deek never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let Deek know once you've bred them.
Ну-ка, давайте посмотрим, как выглядит. А, такое темнолесье, да, типа? Понял, понял, прикольно. У меня фестралы уже в другом месте находятся.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Давай осмотрим эту таинственную пещеру.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Такс. Проход открыт. Проход, кстати, открылся самостоятельно, хотя до этого был закрыт. Видимо, Поппи пошаманила.
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose we'll find out, won't we? It's another aggressive
Ух ты,
one.
блядь! Пиздос. Как же она впитывает.
Expelliarmus. What is going on with them? You did it.
О-о.
I was hoping we wouldn't have to.
Так, давайте одну жабу ваншотнем. Она не ваншотается, блин.
Incendio. Imperial. Bombarda. Defender. Crucio. Incendio. Confringo.
Какая же бедолага. Она ничего не может сделать, она просто испытывает чудовищную боль. И в муках стоит на месте, а мы убиваем ее.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the Henge.
Я готов.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall.
Let's go.
That's the Henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the Henge.
Едва ли это опасно.
I don't think Doran would knowingly send us into danger.
You're right. I suppose I'm worrying over nothing. Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
How's your Gran doing, by the way?
Nothing keeps Gran down. She set up a caterwauling charm and threatened to make a coat out of the next poacher that set foot on her doorstep. I still feel terrible that I'm the reason they went there.
Surely she'll be pleased you've gone after the Snidgets.
I hope so. Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
Такс. Помещается прям хорошо. Тютельку в тютельку. Вау. И зачем ты пришло, чучело? Они что-то рисуют.
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
Мне очень интересно, продолжай.
I'd love to hear about how you and Highwing met.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
Охренеть. Ну, получается, Авада Кедавра тогда? Сори. Не, ну как бы она встала на истинный путь. То есть она на примере своих родителей поняла, что это жестоко, да, и... и решила спасать животных. Хороший пример, получается, подали родители. То есть, как бы, на своем примере научили девочку хорошему.
Merlin, I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
Тебе это удается.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that. I've had a
Что
bit
делает
of help.
Авада Кедавра?
I've
Убивает.
never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
Ты не боишься, что браконьеры тебя узнают?
We were around so many poachers in the tent. Were you not worried about being recognized?
Poachers are nomadic, and most of the ones in the area aren't any I'd grown up with. That said, I suspect someone must have recognized me. That's how they got to Gran.
Твои родители знают, чем ты занимаешься?
Do your parents know about the things you do now? Saving that dragon from the fighting ring, for instance.
We don't speak, or rather, they don't speak to me. Last I heard, they were in Borneo trying to make their fortunes there. Acromantulas. However, I wouldn't be surprised if word has got back to them. Some days a part of me hopes that it has. Now that I'm older, I wish I could talk to them, get them to see sense. But sadly, I suspect that wouldn't do any
Я
good.
могу научить тебя заклинанию Империо. Может, это поможет?
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird. At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Окей.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.
Еще не выучили пока не, чуваки.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
Увы, разозлилась еще сильнее. Блин, ну так я даже не знаю, типа. Может, стоит послушать маму? Тебя в прошлый раз в тюрьму, блядь, браконьеры посадили. Ну, не браконьеры, точнее, а бандиты.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not.
Да
Hollow
ну.
is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Как это пережила твоя мама?
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death
Жесть.
coming.
Плохая провидица
She
получается.
misses him.
И она еще преподает
As
в
do I.
Хогвартсе при этом.
So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Ты хочешь отомстить за смерть отца?
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words.
Представьте вообще мага, который просто берет, блядь, и превращается в жирафа,
I
сука.
remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders,
Начинается такой
beginning with Harlow.
бой, заруба
gone,
спеллами.
we will turn our
Кто-то
attention
такой
to
превращается в могучего
We are
оборотня,
making
кто-то в
progress,
медведя.
and we will
И
succeed.
ее батя такой: я, сука, жираф, блядь. И просто
Thank
с огромной
you again for
шеей
saving
такой
me.
хуярит
You
их своей
deserve all
шеей,
of the
душит
praise you
их,
have received.
топчет копытами. Вот это жестяк.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deek had ever seen. Deek begged Master to leave her be. When Deek hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deek had to punish himself. As Deek punished himself, Master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deek suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deek could reach him, Master fell from the cliff. Deek stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
Хозяин получил по заслугам.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deek never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even Master. Deek often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deek feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deek can make amends for what came before.
По делам, получается.
Some days are more difficult than others.
Natty, is everything all right?
There are times when my father's absence drifts to the back of my mind, and I feel peace for a day or two. But this is not one of those times. I miss him. I miss running with him. I miss Mattibeleland. He should still be here. And it's my fault that he isn't.
Да ты не виноват.
It's not your fault, Natty. There's nothing you could have done to prevent it.
That is what my mother says. But he died protecting me. And I cannot help but feel guilty over that. I find myself reliving the moment more often than I would like. I believe I would feel less helpless if I could truly put an end to Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's miserable lot. Each day they remain free, they do more damage, leaving people like Archie Bickle to suffer the consequences.
I agree, Natty. We'll get them. I've never seen someone so committed to a cause.
Thank you. I believe we will get them, beginning with Harlow. Thank you for speaking with me. It was very helpful.
Так она просто, типа, позвала нас поплакаться, что ли? Я думал, она сейчас позовет нас на дело уже, в конце концов. Дик!
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you had an idea.
Indeed, Deek does. Deek knows that you want to learn about all sorts of beasts. And Deek recently heard
Феникса поймать
of
можно,
a
что ли?
phoenix nest in
Да
a
ну
nearby
нафиг.
mountain.
A phoenix nest? I wonder if it belongs to the phoenix Natty mentioned. The one Harlow and the poacher pack are after.
Deek would not doubt it. If Deek has heard of it, surely the nasty poachers have as well. Which means it could be in danger.
Надо его спасти.
Well, I'd better go and rescue it then, hadn't I?
Deek thinks so. So majestic a beast should not fall into such vile hands. Deek is not sure why, but Deek feels that saving a phoenix might help to make amends for what happened with Deek's prior master. Deek hopes that you are able to find the phoenix and bring it to the room where it will be safe.
Let's go. Птичку поймать — это всегда прикольно.
Did you find the phoenix?
Yes, Deke. And I rescued it from the poachers. I have it here. It's safe.
Remarkable! Well, what are you waiting for? Deek cannot wait to... My heavens!
Помимо Водокедавра, крутится Империю. О, он себе отдельный дом, что ли, построил? Нифига. Перо Феникса. Может, мы сможем теперь возрождаться?
What a beauty! You keep it close. Professor Weasley and Deke were right to tell you about the Room of Requirement. Look at all you've done, and how many beasts you've rescued. A phoenix is safe now, because of you.
I couldn't have done it without your help, Deke. Thank you.
Deke is grateful for the kind words, and also grateful to have been of assistance to someone like yourself. Helping you do such good for so many beasts has given Deke a sense of peace Deke hasn't known in years.
Империя, ну, типа на твою сторону переманивает противника. Перо Феникса. Ну, слушай, это просто как ресурс один такой, да?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before.
Could be some of Ranrock's loyalists in there.
Какой мем? Ну, там, где, типа, первокурсник сидит в шляпе, распределяющий, она говорит «Азкабан».
No sign of Lodgok out here. Must be inside already.
О, шляпку какую-то легендарную получили.
Ranrock is here. I only hope Lodgok doesn't cross paths with him.
Жестко. Походу придется здесь просто всех трахнуть. Чел.
I suspect.
Ядрить тут гоблов прилетело, кстати.
I will make you pay. Think you're clever, don't you?
Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. I can end this right now. I have to destroy the drill and stop Ranrock's loyalists.
О май гад. Надо было тролля заимпирить. Спокойно, тролль, спокойно. Ай, блядь, хилочку, пожалуйста. Так, тролль, а теперь мы тебя убьем, верно?
Bombada, Defender, Potato, Accio, Incendio, Confringo.
Против троллей, конечно, империю имба. Я могу просто подчинить его рассудок. И все. И просто избивать его как тряпичную куклу. Все почки в тролля. Может быть, хочешь кинуть в меня камень?
One less foul hulking brute.
Разрушьте все столбы, чтобы уничтожить буровую установку.
Bombarda.
Накрутся троллем, да, насрать абсолютно.
That is unfortunate. No matter, we will build another. I found this one lurking outside. Lord Gok, come to make amends, little brother.
А почему мы ничего не делаем? Тут два злодея, надо пиздиться. Почему мы стоим, блядь?
It cannot be. All this time, you knew where it was.
Конечно, его сейчас убьют.
Are you all right?
I'll never understand you, Lord Gok. So gullible. That witch did not consider you an equal. She, like all wizard kind, sought only to use you.
You're wrong, Ranrock.
The young ones are especially deceitful. They are taught to hide their disgust for us, as they exploit us.
Astonishing that our ancestors ever trusted each other.
All this time, looking everywhere for the final repository, searching in vain for Bragbor's last journal. Wasted my time chasing a child. And my little brother knew where it was all along. But now, I don't need you. I don't need any of you.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind.
Пиздец, как же он обосрался, Господи Иисусе. Почему мой персонаж стоит, блядь? Хуя он задолжил авадокедавру. Почему это так тупо выглядит? Почему персонаж тупо стоит, блядь, на месте? Сразись с ним. Это нелепо, ну не знаю, вот такие сюжетные катсцены очень нелепо выглядят. Ну, ладно, окей, это можно обосновать, типа мы еще не готовы, мы не до конца раскрыли там потенциал, не прошли все испытания хранителей и все в этом духе. Но даже так все равно это тупо выглядит.
I hope Professor Fig got my owl. I need to tell him and the keepers that Ranrock knows where the last repository is.
According to the owl I received, Ranrock is moving more quickly than we could have anticipated.
This is grave news indeed. We had hoped for more time to discuss the best path forward.
Let us hear what the student has to say.
Professor, you received my owl. Ranrock has the last of Bragbor's journals. He killed Lodgok to get it. He knows where the last repository is.
Godric's heart.
Lodgok and Ranrock were brothers. Lodgok was bringing the journal to me.
Ranrock is a monster. We need to know where the final repository is.
Surely this changes things. Ranrock has Bragbor's journals and knows where the final repository is.
We obliviated Bragbor. He kept journals? Why would he have documented all of this? He didn't know what we were containing.
Кем ты хотел быть в мире Гарри Поттера по профессии? Слушай, мне кажется, по профессии, в принципе, все волшебники в мире Гарри Поттера слишком ограничены во всем. И мне кажется, взрослая жизнь в мире Гарри Поттера такая же примерно, как и реальная жизнь. Все просто ходят с грустными ебальниками. Потому что волшебники, когда вырастают, блядь, оканчивают учебу в Хогвартсе, они идут работать в ебучее министерство и там с документами возятся. Или какой-нибудь такой тупейший тоже хуйней, которая вообще радости никакой не приносит. Они не используют потенциал своих заклинаний, чтобы что-то прикольное делать. Везде повсюду законы, запрещающие там юзать, здесь юзать. Просто идешь, работаешь в министерстве. Охуенно весело. Самое, наверное, веселое в мире Гарри Поттера это как раз-таки быть школьником. То есть, ну, с первого курса отучиться там до последнего курса. И то, может быть, не до последнего, а там первые 3 курса самые веселые, а дальше, наверное, залупа уже грустная начинается. Так, наложили на Брагбора заклинание забвения, но он вел дневники, зачем ему было все записывать?
Isadora told Bragbor about the magic when she asked him to build a container for her. I've seen her memories.
Isadora left memories for someone to find? You know what she did?
Her memories showed what she did for her father, which I also saw in Professor Rookwood's pensive. And a conversation with Bragbor in which she expressed frustration about the limits being placed on her use of ancient magic.
Based upon the memories they have seen, I believe our young friend is well aware of the grave circumstances in which we find ourselves. The next trial will involve an exceptional level of magical skill and a nuanced ability to interact with beasts. Find a face of stone and tendrils. I should advise you that you must engage with any beast that is part of the trial on your own. Professor Bakar will meet you in his pensive room.
An exceptional level of magical skill? Nuanced ability to interact with beasts? I suppose we should begin our search for a face of stone and tendrils, whatever that may be.
Very well.
Professor Weasley has been keeping an eye on me. Perhaps we should meet there, so she has no reason to raise concerns with Professor Black. I shall see you near the coast. Perhaps then you can tell me a little more about the memories of Isadora that you witnessed.
Мракоборцы веселые ребята. Слушай, мракоборцы, мне кажется, плюс-минус тоже ничем особо веселым не занимаются. Это как полицейские в реальной жизни. 90% времени они, скорее всего, усмиряют каких-нибудь, блять, алкашей-волшебников или снимают котиков с деревьев, запутавшихся. Так. Окей, давайте смотреть.
This place could do with a bit of pruning. Let's look around.
Incendio.
Is that a... It is. I believe I know what must be done.
Деда спину защемил.
Do you recognize the head sculpted there?
А можно еще раз глянуть-то? Не уверен.
That's a head. I can't say that I do.
It appears to be a fearsome beast known as a graphorn. And the prints carved into the ground lead me to believe that a graphorn will somehow open the way forward.
That's what Professor Rackham meant when he spoke of my needing an ability to interact with beasts.
It would seem so. I do know that the last of a long dynasty of graphorns lives nearby. They call him the Lord of the Shore. I suspect you'll need to bring him here. What happens next, I can't say.
Драморок. Это случайно не тот, типа как дракон, только без крыльев? Такой наземный. Мне нужно укротить Драморога.
Have you ever subdued a Graphorn, Professor?
I have, yes. Years ago, at Stonehenge, of all places. The Ministry still owes me for that favor. It can be difficult, of course. They are massive, after all. But it's not impossible. It's my experience that many of your spells will have no real effect. You'll need to wear him down.
Okay.
If that's what must be done, I'll do it.
Excellent. I know this area well enough. When you see the remains of a large sea creature, you're in the right place. Now, Professor Rackham made it clear that you must engage with any beast that is part of this trial on your own. So I shall wish you good luck and wait for your return in the map chamber.
Собственно, как обычно, на самом деле, ничего нового. Мистер Драморог.
Very well, Lord of the Shore. Show yourself.
Да, смотри как. Это как Ктулху какой-то, нифига. Ктулху, лев. Дракон. А! Видите, он жестокий. У него не работает вообще ни хера. Крутится он не работает. И Империо. Насчет древней магии, сэр. У тебя еще есть сила? Или ты готов преклонить колено? О-о, вторая фаза. Бежать! Бестия!
I think you'd be a bit weaker by now. Bombarda, defender. Incendio, Confringo. Bombarda. Defender.
Преклоните колено. Атакуйте. Что будем делать? Атаковать малюточки или преклоним колено? Не хотелось бы его убить. Ну да, наверное, лучше проявить уважение, скажем так. В конце концов, животных-то мы спасали все же. Поппи еще расстроится.
I need your help, friend.
О, он моим братишкой стал. Ни хрена себе. В арсенале Драморога имеется мощная атака в рывке, которая наносит много урона врагам и некоторым заграждениям. Удерживайте, чтобы начать. Следите за индикатором выносливости Драморога, так как рывки его истощают. Обалдеть. Вот это круто.
Here we go. Faster.
Faster, stronger. Harder. Bunker.
Poachers.
Коровы съедаем.
Slow down now. There we go. It'll take more than this to stop.
Бандиты! С дороги, блядь! Not bad, not bad.
No need to race now, my friend. I should investigate. We're crossing that bridge whether you like it or not.
Уху, затоптал. Блин, это ваншот, походу, этих малюточей.
Slow down now. There we go. Time for you all to clear out.
Господи Иисусе. О, стойте, 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 стойте. Боюсь, нам придется здесь остановиться. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, brother.
Time for a jaunt, I'd say. No need to race now, my friend. Is it you?
Так, давайте получим здесь последнюю темку. Это будет топово. 4 раза сможем кастовать магию.
Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Defender. Take it. Show yourself. Bombardo. Bombardo. Incendio. I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Stop going there!
Incendio. Confringo.
А музыка-то какая добрая, да? Приключенческая. Так, ну мне кажется, мы уже далеко ушли на самом деле. Вон там еще сгустки есть, да? Может их собрать на метле просто?
Shame I didn't have an audience for that one.
Так, погодите, 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 погодите. Смотрите, у нас, по идее, теперь открылась увеличенная вместимость. И мы можем теперь 4 раза кастовать древнюю магию.
Some sightseeing.
Так. То есть убить его, походу, никак нельзя было, потому что нам в любом случае он нужен. Слушай, а здесь даже, кстати, не будет, походу, данжа, что ли?
Perhaps Professor Rackham was right to have had faith in you. I still have my reservations. Isadora, as you will see, was not who she seemed. I can only hope that you are. My memories should answer any questions you may have about the power you will need to protect.
Thank you, Professor Bakar. I shall see you back in the map chamber.
Окей. Пора узнать темные тайны Исидоры. Здорово, Лепорис, не, еще не открыл. Но мне кажется, вот скоро откроем. Так, вот сейчас будет важная сюжетная тема, по идее. Вот он к ней пришел, в ее хижину.
Isadora? Isadora?
Она там поглощает эмоции, такая. Ням-ням-ням-ням-ням-ням. Это батя ее. Но он зомбирован, походу. Он безжизненный.
Мистер Морган?
Son, I'm glad you're here.
Isadora was not at her home.
I know.
Her father... Percival.
What is it?
It is as though he was stripped not only of his pain, but of all emotion.
Everything is much worse than I feared. Neve was right. Isadora hasn't stopped. I've just learned that she has been wielding that magic on students.
Развратила ее сила. По итогу.
I need you to return to your common room, all right?
What have you done?
Take a breath.
Students, Isadora.
Everyone feels pain. And why? Because of your arrogance? Your obsession with secrets? We won't suffer any longer. Not my father, not my students, no one.
Isadora, set down your wand.
Professor, taught me to hone my power, not throw it away.
I did not teach you this.
Expelliarmus!
Домой, блядь. Пиздец, просто ваншотнул их. Опа-на. Жесть. Нет ничего круче старой доброй Авады Кедавры. Вот что мы извлекли. Мораль в том, что Авада Кедавра ебет любого. Неплохо. Нам нужно поскорее ее получить, ребят. Дайте мне ее уже. Дайте мне силу, которая не снилась никому из добряков. Пойдет в Азкабан. Слушай, он устроился на картине, здесь вроде норм.
The caverns below Hogwarts, where you fought Isadora. Is that the location of the final repository?
It is. You see, we could not destroy the strands of emotion Isadora had stolen from so many. So we did all that we could to keep them safe. We also realized that until they could be destroyed, the magic used to create them was a danger to wizard kind. Hence, we became keepers. Keepers of an unfathomable secret. We knew that someday, one with the ability to see traces of ancient magic might be seduced by its power. We built the trials to lead that person to us, to allow them to prove themselves worthy of the knowledge we'd kept hidden and the responsibility that accompanies it.
Have I not proven myself, Professor? I need to get to that repository before Ranrock does.
You have, and you will. But the repository is protected by powerful ancient magic. To enter, you must craft a special wand from the 4 artifacts you found above our pensives.
So the repository is safe from Ranrock for now.
If he is, as you suspect, capable of using the power of the other repository, I fear he will be able to breach our defenses.
Then I must go now and craft this wand. Perhaps Mr. Ollivander will help me.
Another Ollivander? I'm not surprised. As I am sure he will tell you, this wand may be used for only one purpose. Return with the wand, and we will open the way forward.
I shall send an owl ahead to Ollivander. Whilst you visit him, I'll reach out to Professor Weasley.
Professor Weasley?
Yes. I may have made an error in judgment by not informing her of Ranrock's intentions earlier. I only hope it's not too late. If Ranrock really is going to try to drill below Hogwarts, we'll need all the help we can get.
All right, Professor. I'll see you soon.
Окей. Блин, ну, эта сила на самом деле, честно признаться, не выглядит какой-то имбовой даже. Вот эта сила, которой она завладела. Ну, то есть, да, она стала крутой, она смогла сдерживать аж 2 волшебников сразу. Но ее просто ваншотнули Авада Кедавра и все. При этом она как будто бы сошла с ума к хуям. Она стала одержимой идеей того, что она типа всех излечивает, но на деле она просто делает безэмоциональных каких-то зомби. И поглощает силу. Вот и все.
Sebastian has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous,
Stop. You did what you had to do, and I agreed. It might well have salvaged my friendship with Sebastian for the moment.
Я сделал то, что должен.
You did agree, and it did save your friendship with Sebastian.
For the moment. I thought we'd gone too far before, but Sebastian is in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry. Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
Ну да, вот трубу как раз мы показали и все.
There weren't this many Inferi before.
And there's no sign of Sebastian. Instantly. Incendio. Incendio. Accio. Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Confringo. Crucio.
Круцио, наверное, не работает на инферналах, им пофигу, я думаю.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio.
Еще больше тварей.
Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Dependo. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Defender.
Hold on a moment. I was so worried about Sebastian I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were Inferi, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating Inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian.
Че ты струсил, что ли, черт побери? Прямо перед тем, как мы встретили Себастьяна, он такой: побегу-ка я скорее к директору, черт побери, расскажу историю по-другому. Ладно, беги, глупец. Я сам разберусь с Себастьяном.
Isn't this incredible?
Мне нравится лично.
Sebastian,
I told you, the relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. Just as I can control the Inferi.
Control? I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
Мракобор.
What have the two of you done?
Походу, пизда Соломону ща будет. Ой-ой. Себастьян, как ты это допустил? О, Господи Иисусе. Окей, нужно убить Соломона. Ему пизда. Он задожил, нихуя. А Империо? Бам!
Mr. Sallow, stop!
Dare you!
Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Crucio! Bombard! Confringo! Accio!
Now you've got
Confringo!
Бам! Бам! Бам, блядь, Соломон! Пиздец! Господи Иисусе! На нахуй! Не добивающий, блядь.
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer. Avada Kedavra!
Разъебента. Хрен себе, она жесткая.
You've made your choice.
Oh, Anne. What have you done?
What have you done, говорит. Джокер.
I must get out of here.
I can't let him leave.
Эй, Сэп, постой, брат. Научи меня в Адикедавре.
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us, not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it.
Ты палочку-то свою не забыл? Все должны знать это заклинание.
He did attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian. You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing.
You did. I would have done the same. If I knew how.
I could teach you.
Пожалуйста.
No time like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it. Hold your wand steady. Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear.
Harry Potter?
I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
Могущественнейшее заклинание всех времен. Наконец-то оно наше.
Hello, Mr. Ollivander. I wondered if you might be able to help me with something.
Yes, Professor Fig sent an owl informing me that you'd be coming. He was a bit cryptic, said you need to have a special wand crafted, that you'd bring me the materials.
Yes, sir. I have them here.
Oh, my. How extraordinary. Remarkable design. I will be honest, I have never crafted a wand in this fashion. Repaired broken wands, of course, but this is something else entirely. Keeping me on my toes, aren't you? I think I can work with what you've brought me. Let me see what I can do.
Так, гениальнейшее изобретение в мире магии.
It is done.
Легендар. О май гад, она великолепна.
I should warn you, I've never seen a wand like this before. My suspicion, as Professor Fig implied in his letter, is that it serves a unique purpose. I doubt you shall find much use for it otherwise.
I understand. Thank you, sir.
Опаньки.
I'm afraid you're on your own. I've ensured that we have a moment to ourselves. Oh, come, come. No need for such theatrics. In light of what Ranrock now knows, you must agree that our interests are aligned.
Our interests will never be aligned.
You would let goblins take what is rightfully ours? The final repository belongs to wizard kind. We would be fools not to work together. What's that you've got there? Might this sudden visit to the Wand Maker have something to do with our mutual pursuit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That repository is my birthright!
Charles Rookwood wouldn't have wanted you near it.
The arrogance. Should have known better than to try and reason with a child. I've always said, children should be seen and not heard.
What the fuck? Меня похитили, блядь? Что? Так, пока не будем тогда кастовать Аваду. Wait, what? Почему я не отхилился вообще? Странно.
This looks like trouble.
Знаете, что можно сделать? Можно вот это кастануть здесь. Будет, я думаю, норм.
To your knees. Accio. Incendio. Fringo. To regret that. A lamb to the slaughter. Bombarda. Findo. Imperial. It's time to even the odds. Aha! Spoken and erupted.
Пиздец. Ебать, конечно, здесь наваливают. Окей, ладно. Блин, я не знаю просто, сколько перезаряжается Авада Кедавра. Если она перезаряжается минут 10, то на босса мы тогда ее не кастанем. Ну давайте кастанем, ладно, раз вы хотите. Ну минуты 3, наверное, минимум.
Incendio. Accio. Confringo. Had enough. Death from above. Vulture. Accio. Incendio. Forcio. Accio. Incendio. Expulsion. Bombarda. Defender. What are your thoughts on expulsion? Accio. To your knees. Confringo. Damn you! Crucio. Accio. Incendio. Incendio. Forcio. Accio. Bombarda. Defender. Expulsion.
Мистер Руквуд, спускайтесь ко мне. Авада Кедавра!
Accio. Forcio. Confringo. You regret Accio.
О, упси-дупси.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy it. Oh,
to regret that.
You haven't got a prayer.
Incendio.
Petrificus Titanic. That's proper feeble. Reducto.
Fuck.
That one hurt.
Надо снайпера убить, который наверху. Иди сюда.
Stand and fight me.
Bombarda. Defender.
What have you done?
Accio. Incendio.
Bombarda. You made a great mistake.
Incendio. Confringo.
Impressive. You're no match for me.
Incendio.
Бля, как же много здесь ублюдков.
Petrificus Titanic. Petrificus Titanic.
Пиздец, еще больше, что ли?
Incendio. Bombarda. Defender. Accio. Incendio.
А, хилка не работает, сука, не прижимается, прикинь?
Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
That's just the beginning. Will you hold still? Pay for your deed.
Давай, нападай! Ну же!
Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo.
You've made a great mistake.
Descendo. Defender. Resto momentum. Accio. Incendio.
Фух. Еще что ли, блядь?
I'll make you wish you
Да вы охуели!
Found me open.
А, вот он теперь здесь. Ну все, ему пизда. Круцио, блядь. А вот и ебучая кедавра! Эй, ты умер? В смысле? Домой, блядь. Ну, конечно, немного странно это выглядит, когда ты кастанул Авада Кедавру, и он как бы сдох, но потом начинается катсцена, где вы с ним еще состязаетесь.
For now, though, I need to get back to the map chamber and tell Fig what happened.
And you say they made it after you placed the Moonstone?
Do you know why or what it means? Does it have to do with the Snidgets?
The breadth of one's knowledge can be as wide as the seas, and yet only run so deep.
Ты на ультрах играешь? Я не знаю, на каких я настройках играю. Я играю на тех настройках, которые игра сама мне выставила как рекомендуемые при первом запуске.
It's good to see you again, Doran. Did Poppy tell you about everything that's happened?
She did, and I am glad to see that you are both safely returned. I did question the wisdom of sending you on a path at a time when that path was unknown at best. deadly at worst. But the acumen of the centaurs is neither personal nor partial. The skies tell us what is to come, and often we do not know what we have seen until it has come to pass.
You knew the poachers would try and kill Poppy and me.
I did not know, my young friend, but I shall say that I was not surprised. It was in much the same manner that I expected our first meeting.
I don't suppose you'd like to start from the beginning. I think Poppy and I could use that.
Of course. I find it is often the best place to start, is it not? Many, many moons ago, I divined a series of events. Their meaning long evaded me, until you brought news of the Snidgets and their poacher pursuers. I believe the symbol created by the Mooncalves dance marks the place the Snidgets are hidden. And serendipitously, I believe that I know the very place.
Please, go on.
I have seen that symbol only once, on a rock face in the cliffs of the forest. You should make haste there. The Snidgets that have been kept there for so many years may no longer be safe.
Могут представлять опасность.
If you're right about this place, then we should make our way there.
I shall see you there. We cannot afford to lose the Snidgets once again.
I got here as soon as I could.
Did you see the symbol above the entrance? It's the one the Mooncalves made at the henge. Of course Doran implied as much, but to see it up there...
Could this actually be where the Snidgets are hidden?
Let's find out. Doran's waiting for us just up ahead.
I'm ready if you are.
Can you believe it? Actual Snidgets. I'm glad we seem to be a step ahead of the poachers.
Будь
It is a
осторожна,
little
малютка.
strange we haven't heard anything from them.
If we're lucky, they're still
Смотрите,
pulling over
жмыры
Doran's
охраняют.
research. There was a fair amount. We, on the other hand, had Doran to guide us. Even if the poachers do somehow stumble upon this place, we shall be long gone.
Greetings.
I hope we haven't kept you waiting long, Doran.
Not at all. Then again, it is not I who awaits your arrival. Do you have the Moonstone with you?
О, проход открылся, кстати говоря. Да, водой прям приятно ваншотать всяких паскудочей. Интересное местечко. Темный волшебник? О-о.
Not Doran, that's for certain.
Protect finger! Stop right there!
Crucial.
Это ебучая имба, сука, это разъем. Просто все сдохли.
That was for Hauntel Hall.
Back for more!
Нет! Да блин, почему хилка не работает? Я не понимаю, у меня просто порой хилка не прожимается по несколько раз. Мне приходится спамить ее как сумасшедший. Багуля какая-то.
What was that?
Not Doran, that's for certain. Crucial.
Don't you people have anything better to do?
Accio.
Never mind, vegetables!
Incendio.
Back to the dirt, thank you!
А почему у нее, кстати, уровней нет, интересно?
Accio. Incendio.
You're not getting those Snidgets.
Ready your wands. The
Ready your wrongs. Поехали. Yes, 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 yes. Да нет, блядь, ну похилься, сука, что ж так долго-то? Ух, врагов, конечно, вообще наваливают, не жалея. Такие пачки просто, по 20 противников, наверное. Снижите.
There they are.
Так они яйца. Они еще не вылупились.
Now, all that remains is to break the charm.
You want us to?
Пипец, она довольная.
I only ever wanted to see them safe, which they are. You should do it.
Авада кедавра! Вот и какие птенчики отвратительные.
Merlin, they're lovely. But what happens now? They can't care for themselves, and surely once word gets out of their reappearance...
No harm will come to them. The centaurs will see to that. You have my word.
Thank you, Doran, for helping us to find them and to fight for them.
It is you who deserves the merit, child. You did what the poachers would never have. Remember that.
Маленькие цыпляточки. Энгрибердочки.
You both fought bravely today. Allow us to carry the mantle from here.
If it's all right, Doran, I think I'd like to stay behind and spend a little more time with the Snidgets.
Bombarder!
30-й левел. Найс, найс, найс. Второй дизордер.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but...
What? Turn me in? She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Turn me in?
Выдать меня, говорит.
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh, Anne, I was only trying to help. I can't leave now. Anne needs me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
Хорошо, я поговорю с ним.
Don't worry, Sebastian. I shall speak with Ominous.
Thank you. You're a good friend, truly. No matter what happens from here, I'm glad we met.
Где этот черт? А?
Poor Sebastian.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
Мы не будем выдавать Себастьяна.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now? He clearly regrets everything. He's not going to do anything like this again.
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well. I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
Достаточно убрать просто оставшихся свидетелей.
Face it together. That I know.
Victor Rookwood is dead. He confronted me as I left Ollivander's with the Keeper's wand. I had to defend myself.
Godric's heart. Are you all right? I know you're well able to defend yourself. I've seen it often enough. But Rookwood himself...
Он получил по заслугам.
He destroyed so many lives and he wouldn't have stopped. I'm glad I was able to put an end to him.
You're right. He wouldn't have stopped. You did what you had to do. The wizarding community owes you a great debt.
Thank you for saying so, Professor. I'm ready for what's next.
All right, then. The Keepers have been waiting.
Будет еще после сюжетки она.
You have completed all of our trials, and you have done so under circumstances even I did not foresee. You understand now why all of this was necessary. The portkey, the vault, the locket, the book, the trials. To ensure that one with the ability you and I share would make the same choice that San, Neve, Charles, and I did.
Now that you have witnessed my memory, you understand all that is at stake. Not everyone is what they seem.
As you know, light does not exist without shadow, nor shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Even the most well-meaning and competent amongst us cannot possibly know the consequences of manipulating what should be beyond our reach.
What lies in the repository must never be released. Resist the temptation to destroy or control it. The magic that you have so carefully honed must now be used only to protect the secret we keep. You have the wand. You will know when to wield it. We leave our legacy in your hands.
That must be the way to the repository.
Войдите в пещеры хранителей.
We can only hope that we're not too late. and that we find nothing but a repository undisturbed beyond this door.
Это что за камешек тут? Опа, приехали гоблы на буре. Прикатили с чарки.
If his loyalists are here, he cannot be far behind.
You and I have faced worse, Professor.
We must be getting closer. Ranrock will be pleased with our progress. Next time I see Fig or that student, I'll give them what they deserve.
More of them.
We need to press on. Ranrock must be here somewhere.
This drill stands between us and him. We need to move it.
I shall handle it. One moment.
Нифига себе. Приучителя пустил. Во благо, все во благо, ребят. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Окей, нам нужно подождать немного. Фак, на кого Круцио кастанулся? Почти готово. Еще чуть-чуть. О! Козявочки. Так, а это что такое?
That wall, that's the way forward.
Very professional, my young friend. It worked. Let's go. Lumos! Ranrock must be getting closer to finding the repository.
I fear you're right, Professor. There's nothing we can do but keep searching.
Listen, more goblins up ahead.
Как же я хочу видеть лицо Ранрока, когда в него летит Авада-Кедавра. Ап!
These tunnels haven't brought us much luck so far.
We're getting closer, Professor. That way.
Блин, можно было это просто разрушить. Здорово, Бирейли. Опа, гоблинское серебро, снарядились гоблы. Ядрите, у них там армия. Мама! Угандийская. Все профессора пришли на помощь. Но откуда они знали?
The goblins have somehow evaded the castle's defensive charms.
Steer them this way! We shall make quick work of them!
They got this.
Директору похуй, я думаю. Он расчесывает свои волосы лосьоном.
Not quiet enough. Such arrogance. Come run away, coming back out.
Да, падлы. Да жесть, ему насрать на Круцию. Опа-на, another troll. Окей. Будет сделано. Так, ну еще разъебут таким образом. Меня спасла Уизли. Какой позор. Позор Слизерина. Взорвать. Так, големи. А на них не будет, наверное, Авада Кедавра действовать. все еще проще. Они просто повинуются. Палочка тысячи истин. Сложить оружие, големы.
We made it.
I'm relieved we got here before Ranrock.
I can't believe this is it. The repository has been under the castle for hundreds of years.
Think of all the pain that created it. This is what Miriam, George, your friend Lodgok, and countless others died for. Miriam believed this forgotten magic could be used for such good, but she did not know the risks. She did not see what the Keepers have shown you, what Isadora showed you. You are now the Keeper of whatever power it holds. What do you intend to do with it?
Я намерен оставить силу внутри. Я собираюсь его открыть. Ха. Я не знаю, не уверен, что его нужно открывать. Можно поехать крышей, наверное. Как поехала Исидора. Вы все хотите, чтобы мы его открыли? Блин, по всем этим сюжетным катсценам не казалось, как будто эта сила представляет нечто невероятное из себя. Как будто бы она ничего особо-то и не дала на самом-то деле. Просто тянка, которая ей пользовалась, сошла с ума. Ну что, мы откроем источник силы? Наверняка все оставили силу внутри. Чисто потому, что это добрая концовка. Если мы откроем его, будет злая концовка. Но может быть оно нам и надо? Сейванись? Я не могу сейвануться. Слишком поздно для сейва. Хогвартс обречен, друзья. Вы понимаете? Окей, ладно, я открываю его.
I have decided to open the repository. Its power cannot lie dormant for centuries more.
After everything you've seen? What about Isadora's fate?
Мне самому нужна эта сила.
Isadora wasted her ability trying to save people from themselves. I will not let others dictate what I do with this.
Вау.
My power.
Вот это жестко.
Possibly mean that. You, of all wizard kind, are wholly aware of the misery and pain that could cause.
Дедуля, вы сами спросили.
The arrogance of wizard kind. Goblins built this repository. It belongs to us.
Enough, Ranrock. It was never yours.
I've been wanting to play with this.
Miriam's wand.
If she'd simply handed over the container, all of this could have been avoided. Foolish,
Фак, такое ощущение, что его не получится ваншотнуть.
Seems you were two of a kind. She didn't know when to give up either.
What the fuck? А к чему был этот выбор? Все равно гоблин заполучил силу. О, господи. Он стал драконом. Окей, пришло время применить все наши зелья, я думаю. Что у нас есть? У нас есть зелье максима. Есть грозовое. Окей. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу. Окей, ему похуй.
Not for long. Фак! У меня опять не выпилось зелье, блять, ну как меня это раздражает, пипец. Почему зелья, сука, не срабатывают здесь? Так, надо немного переработать наш список, наверное. Инсендио здесь не особо помогает, верно? Чем мы можем еще его атаковать? Спелиармусом, наверное.
Так, погодите, мне нужен, наверное, третий набор. Как бы нам так сделать? Давайте вот так сделаем. На втором слоте тогда поставим вот это и вот это. Да пиздец, ну что ж такое-то, ёбаный рот. Как же ублюдочно сделана здесь система отхиливания. Просто я не понимаю, почему порой хилы просто не срабатывают. Так, еще разок ставим, получается, конфринга сюда, наверное. Здесь заморозку. И вот это. Как вообще от этой атаки увернуться-то, я не понимаю. Он просто сжигает меня к херам.
Don't like that very much, do you?
Ёбаный рот. Блять, куда я кастую? Бля, если честно, босс-файт говна какого-то. Окей, последняя фаза. Тут хотя бы место побольше, попросторнее. А, я умер? Понял. Окей. Я понял. Проклятие работает, а вады не работают. Да ёбаный рот, что происходит-то, пиздец какой. Да ебать, я нихуя не вижу. Бля, я нихуя не успеваю сделать. Ау. Блять, у меня перезарядка, сука. Ух. Снифа. Я получил власть, которая не снилась моему отцу. Но похоже, да, все-таки выбор был, мы все-таки всосали силу. А, да? Погоди, а в доброй концовке Фиг тоже умирает?
Professor Eleazar Fig. I dare say he was a beloved professor to many of you, certainly a long-standing colleague to his peers. A famed adventurer and seeker of knowledge, he built a reputation charging into the unknown, brazenly disregarding both discretion and safety, providing perhaps a rather unfortunate lesson for us all. His devotion to adventure was rivaled only by his dedication to Hogwarts. And of course, to his wife, Mary... Миди...
Блять, это пиздец. Как же ему похуй вообще, сука. Он даже, блядь, не знает, как зовут его жену.
Professor Fig represented the best of all of us. He could be deviously clever, possessed a brilliantly inquisitive mind, and was the most loyal of friends. But perhaps it was his remarkable courage, for which we will all be forever indebted to him. If not for Professor Fig, well, I can say with confidence that if not for him, many of us, let alone Hogwarts, would not be here today. those that knew him best will agree that we must now honor him as only Hogwarts can, by wisely, resourcefully, justly, and bravely facing all that lies ahead.
To Professor Fig!
Экзамены отменяются, получается.
Can't believe we lost Fig. I didn't know him as well as you did, but I know he was a good man. Glad Weasley spoke for him. She honored him well. Fig will be well remembered. I wish the same could have been done for my uncle. I wonder if there's a chance Anne would meet me.
Sebastian, I can't imagine what you and Anne are going through. Perhaps you'll hear from her soon.
I hope so. I'll let you know.
Sebastian, there's something you should know. It's to do with Victor Rookwood.
I heard a rumor that he confronted you outside of Ollivander's. Sounds as if you faced quite a fight.
The rumors are true, and I did, but it's not that. Just before Rookwood attacked, he uttered something familiar. The same words Anne heard before she was cursed. Children should be seen and not heard.
Wait, what are you saying?
It wasn't one of Ranrock's loyalists who cursed Anne. It was Rookwood. It was Rookwood all along.
This can't be. It was the loyalists. It's always been them. The night Anne was cursed, all she saw were goblins.
Once Rookwood allied with Ranrock, Isadora's estate became of interest to them both. That's why Rookwood was there the night Anne was cursed. He was working with Ranrock. When he saw your sister, well, he didn't want anyone to know.
So he cursed her. And she's never been the same.
Ну, мы отомстили, получается.
Rookwood deserved
По
what he
всем
got.
фронтам.
Thank you for telling me. It wasn't a goblin. I suppose I owe you an apology. All this time I thought goblins were the enemy. But it was never that simple. Ominous said he
Ну,
spoke
чисто
with Anne.
технически гоблины были нашими врагами.
I'll find out and send word
Мы их,
when I know
наверное,
more.
штук 500 убили. Все? Поздравляем! Вы завершили основной сюжет игры Hogwarts Наследие и подошли к концу своего учебного года. В связи с грядущими экзаменами СОВ сейчас самое время проанализировать ваши успехи в заполнении руководства. Исследуйте мир вокруг, выполните все оставшиеся задания и с взаимоотношениями и побочные задания, а также постарайтесь заполнить свое руководство, насколько это возможно. Фига, единорога накастовала. Это ее батя? Погоди, кто это был?
This year, we have seen our students exemplify the bravery of Godric Gryffindor. And now
Блять, гриффиндорцы, как обычно, сука, такие, типа, о, Гриффиндор, да, давай, вперед, ура! Только сказали Гриффиндор, блядь.
The wisdom of Rowena Ravenclaw. The ambition of Salazar Slytherin.
Пиздец. Сука, Слизерин, Сигма Мейл. Вообще никто не хлопает, всем похуй.
And so, the winner of this year's House Cup.
Excuse me, Headmaster, if I may. One particular student's heroism during the attack on Hogwarts, not to mention the level to which they have excelled in their coursework, as a new student, no less. Well, it would seem that it certainly merits, I'd say...
100 поинтов какому факультету?
Points to their house. Wouldn't you?
Факультету...
Yes. Thank you, Professor.
На котором учится главный герой, судя по всему.
I suppose we have our winner.
Слизерин. Все играют за Слизерин. Ну, такая прикольная катсценочка. Как завершение прикольное, но не прикольно, что заставляют фармить для этой катсцены так много уровней, черт побери. В чем смысл? Зачем это делать, если ты просто хочешь увидеть финал? Кто хочет подзакрывать контент на фулл, те и так будут его подзакрывать. Зачем вот заставлять еще гриндить-то левел-то? Не понимаю. Нет ни Себастьяна, ни Омникса. Короче, прошли мы игру, прошли Хогвартс. Что я могу сказать, наверное? Из плюсов, минусов свои впечатления по поводу прохождения. Давайте начнем с того, что мне не понравилось, скажем так. Это откровенно вещи, которые вот точно бросаются в глаза, да? Перво-наперво могу сказать, что здесь очень маленькое количество разнообразных противников. Боевая система клево сделана и прикольно, типа, сражаться даже в самом конце, когда у тебя куча разных заклинаний, когда даже появляется Авада Кедавра, все еще до сих пор не надоедает боевая система, и прикольно, типа, закликивать всякими комбинациями спеллов противников. Но самих разновидностей противников реально очень мало. В течение всей игры ты практически одних и тех же противников мочишь. Это гоблины, бандиты, пауки и все, блядь. И жабы, наверное. То есть именно разновидностей противников настолько мало, что всю боевую систему это как-то в нудятину приводит. Было парочку боссов. Ну, тролли еще есть, да? Типа реально очень маленькое разнообразие врагов. Это большой минус, как по мне. Вот. Что еще такого? Что еще такое мне прям сильно не понравилось? Мне не понравился автолевелинг. Ну, это само собой. Но это корень геймплея, автолевелинг. Я не знаю, зачем в целом этот автолевелинг нужен, но его запихивают во многие игры, ныне существующие. Как по мне, приятнее было гораздо без автолевелинга. Видимо, создатели игр думают о том, что типа с автолевелингом игроку приятно отправляться в любые места на карте. То есть он типа может пойти и туда, куда ему угодно. И будет как бы пофигу. Идешь туда, куда хочешь. Тебя ничто не остановит. Мне так не особо нравится. Мне лично нравится, когда типа локации по зонам распределены. И ты идешь сначала в одну локацию, потом тебе становится более-менее доступна другая лока. Плюс этой системы в том, что как бы вещи не станут каким-то ширпотребом. Потому что вот при автолевелинге в этих вещах практически никакого смысла не было. Ты можешь, в принципе, вообще не париться, не лутать сундуки с вещами, а просто прийти в магаз, когда ты повысил соответствующий новый уровень, и закупиться этими легендарами. И вообще похуй будет на то, пропустил ты сундуки, не пропустил, ты всегда просто сможешь закупиться какими-то новыми шмотками под стать твоего уровня. Нет, ну, при автолевелинге смысл вообще, в принципе, в вещах, какой-то вот этой RPG-системе, да, он теряется. Он просто теряется. Рандомный лут. Рандомный лут в сундуках тоже мне не особо зашел. Приятнее было получать какие-то особенные вещи, уникальные. Но тут таких реально мало. Наверное, есть парочка, но я не знаю. Мне вообще показалось, что, в принципе, во всех сундуках, даже все вот эти легендары, которые находятся, они все одинаковые, как будто бы. Вот что действительно уникальное, так это получение всяких скинов. Получение всяких скинов, разнообразных шляп, нарядов для своих мантий, да, для очков и прочее, их много. Это вот, наверное, плюс. Кастомизация здесь прикольно сделана. В плане кастомизации здесь много всего разнообразного. Можно внешний вид персонажа поднастроить в любой момент, тоже прикольно довольно-таки. Обилие всяких точек интереса на карте, пожалуйста, кто любит, это, наверное, больше плюс, да, чем минус. Я не особо люблю одинаковые такие штуки закрывать, прям на 100%. Но тем, кто любит подзаняться, подзакрыть карту на 100%, раздолье здесь великолепное. Куча разных головоломочек небольших, шариков, гоночек, арен, прочих всяких приколдесиков. Для тех, кто любит вот карту изучать, много всего такого, ну, именно по механикам разных вещей. Я думаю, нормальная темка. В принципе, да, смысл левела пропадает из-за автолевелинга, я согласен. Что мне еще не зашло? Мне не особо зашел сторителлинг в этой игре. Как по мне, сторителлинг выполнен немножечко скомканно, в том плане, что прикольно, вот когда ты ходишь на всякие задания со своими братюнями, с других факультетов, там знакомишься с ребятами, да, ходишь на занятия, это соответствует лору вселенной и самой сказочной атмосферы Хогвартса. То есть прикольно довольно-таки сходить там на занятия, выучить новый спелл, но из-за вот этого повествования, когда ты типа сначала выполняешь задания хранителей, начинаешь там что-то изучать по поводу самих злодеев, по поводу вот этой вот девочки, которая обрела великую мощь. Начинаешь там какие-то секреты разгадывать, а потом идешь куда-то там помогать одной подруге, потом третьей подруге, да? Повествование становится каким-то рваным немного. И уже, типа, не совсем понятно, как бы, что там, как бы, с этим гоблином, нафига он нужен, что он хочет, что там девочка хотела сделать со своей силой, откуда она ее получила и прочее. То есть, повествование получается немного рваным, и это как-то странно. Сам по себе сюжет, ну, типа, обычный сюжет, ничего такого. Для такой игры вполне нормальный сюжет, как по мне.